Believe we are live.
Yep.
Three, two, one. The
The
The spread.
Spread
Season
season
7.
7,
Episode
episode
12.
12. Right.
That was actually
What?
What
pretty
is up?
good
That was
for
pretty
being
good.
on Zoom, by the way. I want to say we're in mid-season form
It's
already.
really hard to do it on Zoom.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the Spread, everybody. Today is a monumental day in the landscape of the NFL. A lot of very, very important games happened today.
Yeah.
These divisional games were so close.
Did not
Like
disappoint.
all the divisional games were absolutely so close. I think did every divisional game come down to a field goal?
Damn
It
near.
felt like
Um,
it.
yeah.
Um, and we
Mine
have
is Baltimore. Mine is Baltimore. Baltimore's a little bit more.
yeah. But all the other ones I think came down to a field
And
goal.
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. That was a blowout.
Yeah. Um, but we have so much to talk about. Like
Yeah,
the
there's
the the landscape of the NFL has changed drastically today, and it will continue to change
yeah.
as we keep our eye on this Lions Eagles game. Because that's gonna be absolutely important for the rest
Yeah.
of the season. But let's go ahead and get Thursday night out of the way real quick. Another not close divisional game. Patriots beat the Jets 27-14.
Mhm.
Um, I guess the only thing to talk about in this game is like before this game, not a lot of people had seen the Patriots play because they haven't had a
Yeah,
lot of primetime games. This is
that's
like
true.
the Patriots like coming out game of their first primetime game,
Yeah.
really of the season. And they did beat up the Jets. And I saw a lot of people, the discourse changing over Drake May of like really putting him into the lead of the MVP conversation.
Yeah.
For me, it's still Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
I'll probably be
Mhm.
on Jonathan Taylor bandwagon for the rest of the season, no matter what Drake May does, just because the Patriots' schedule has been so
So butter.
easy.
So like it's like yeah, it's and that's what I was gonna say. I can't put Drake May in the upper echelon right now because their schedule's been bunk. Obviously, you play who you play, cool.
Yeah.
But the thing that I'll use an example in his division, Josh Allen getting the win against Bucks, that's more impressive than getting the win against the Jets. If we're
Oh
comparing like
yeah,
really good. Because the
But
Bucks
Drake May
playoff,
also beat the Buffalo Bills.
yeah, that
true.
true. That true. But most of his wins have been on really soft teams. Pause. Um, Stephon Diggs, I want to give more praise to Stephon Diggs and Drake May because I
Mhm.
think Drake May would not be able to have such a good touchdown turnover ratio
I mean,
without
it feels
Stephon.
like Diggs is averaging 100 yards a game,
Yeah,
so it's like
and Diggs
that can't
has
happen.
been such a resurgence in his career because I think people were really quick for the Justin Jefferson, especially because of the team. Like, oh, this is the team that he started on. You know, people love a good storyline. And Diggs has been his whole he was out there this offseason. You know, we seen what we seen and we talked about what we talked about. So the eyeballs were even bigger on him just to see what he was going to do. And now he's able to just be such a consistent weapon for a young quarterback. Like that's all that you can ask for. Vrabel got the job off of Mayo, so we're all looking like, what are you going to do, dude? They just replaced the coach for 1 year. This is the Patriots dynasty, ex Tom Brady time. Like, what are we going to
Yeah,
do?
if you're gonna give the Patriots a an award right now, it's Coach of the Year
Yeah,
to
for sure.
Vrabel. Like
hmm hmm
that's the award the Patriots deserve.
Yeah,
I mean, Vrabel has been coaching the shit out of this team.
yeah,
Like he has got them playing out of their minds compared to where they were last
for
year.
sure.
Also, something to say is the emergence of the run game for a minute. They were ignoring the rookie running back Travion Henderson, which it was
hmm
almost, we had talked, it seemed almost purposeful to not play this kid.
hmm
But to give him 2 games of opportunity reps and take full advantage of them,
Yeah,
he has been,
nothing short.
that gives Drake May a really good cushion to
Perfect.
be able
Yep.
to
Yep.
play off that run and have success in the play action game.
hmm
I mean I think we got to give Drake May a little bit of credit or more credit actually. I think for a second year player to be pretty consistent I mean, we're looking at a second year player, even though I know week 1 Vegas, week 2 Miami, week 3 Pittsburgh, 4 Carolina, 5 Buffalo, New Orleans, Tennessee. If there's one, we could say that you only play who you play, but to be consistent, and it's hard to win games in the NFL.
Yeah.
As far as being pretty consistent, 287, 230, 268, 203, 273, 261, 222, 282, 259, 270,
Does that
281.
sound like MVP numbers? Hearing 200 all the
It's
time?
pretty consistent.
It's consistent, but are we talking about consistency or MVP numbers?
Who's playing
Because
more
he's
consistent
the
than
most
Drake May right
consistent
now?
MVP, sure, if you want to use that.
And
But
I
I'd
think I
rather
think
take.
also also think that him being a quarterback, unfortunately, this is a quarterback award. So Jonathan Taylor, even though he should, I still think Jonathan Taylor's MVP. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
I'm just saying we need to give Drake May, because there's no other quarterback that is playing as good as him right now. Really, I mean, like who else is playing as consistent as Drake May is right now?
Matthew Stafford, but that's
Yeah,
it.
Matthew Stafford. I'll say
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford's the better quarterback, and he has the better numbers. And I mean, not better numbers, excuse me, because I don't know if that's true or not. I know the last 3 games he had 2 of them that was 4 tutties, no interceptions. Like that's
He's
MVP
on
numbers to me.
he's on a streak of 22 touchdowns, 0 interceptions right now, Matthew
Yeah,
Stafford.
like he is, and we can have a good segue into that game. That game is, in my eyes, like that was who was the top of the conference, not even the division. Between the Rams and Seattle, whoever's winning that, I was going to pick them. Like, okay, this is the best team in the NFC, and so by
Yeah.
default, the Rams got it. Matt Stafford's playing like he has Calvin Johnson out there. If we're being real, just in regards to the fearlessness, not the numbers, because those numbers were crazy. That's when he had that 5,000-yard year or whatever. But yeah, Matt Stafford. It's funny because I shitted on him for a minute. You guys like no, 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 no. And
Yeah,
this year, when nobody said nothing about him, now he's balling. Like now it's
Yeah.
like, oh, shit, Matt Stafford is killing it.
but I mean, I think something needs to be said about a second year player that's playing as well as Drake May is playing right now. Matthew Stafford is playing well. I'm looking up his game log.
Yeah, crazy
Um,
work, crazy work.
yeah, he's had a 379 or 375, 389. Really those are it. 245. This is week 1 through where we're at. 245, 298, 196, 375, 389, 181, 182. 281, 280, 130. So there's 4 games where he's thrown less than 200 yards.
One of them was 240 something. Is that the one with the 4 touchdowns?
241 was 1 touchdown, or 245 was 1 touchdown.
There was one. There was
He
one where he had.
threw 182 for 5 touchdowns.
Yes, it was so it's like.
But it's also against Jacksonville.
Yeah,
So like
true,
Jacksonville's really
true.
bad.
Yeah, but if you're dominating a really bad team, that's kind of
That was overseas. That was overseas as well.
Yeah, and it was an overseas game. We all
And
know.
it was raining too.
Yeah, and it was. Yeah, that's when Devontae Adams had that crazy fantasy point. He was like 33 points.
130. Yeah.
I think if you have to give it to a quarterback right now, as far as like
Stafford.
I always like to go with the MVP award, like the definition of MVP. Like you take the player off the team,
Yeah.
what is left on the team. And
I
like
also think the
Matthew
team
Stafford
is
off
better. I think the Rams were better than the Patriots.
They are.
Yeah.
But you can replace Drake May with I think any like mid to high tier level quarterback, and they would be pretty much
Matt
the same.
Stafford is elevating the Rams. Jonathan Taylor, obviously, we all agree that if we had to pick anybody,
He needs to be
it'd
MVP.
be him. And he's elevating the Colts. He's making Daniel Jones 5th place in MVP in our.
But as far as like high level like IQ quarterback play, Matthew Stafford has taken over like from what Tom Brady was doing. I mean, you saw it last week on like the LFG award thing where Tom Brady was talking to Matthew Stafford. Like Matthew Stafford is just the best right now at pre-snap to post-snap quarterback play, and it's kind of not even close. Like I don't know who the next closest guy is besides Drake May, as far as like reading what he has pre-snap, making the adjustments on the O-line, and then making the first or second read post-snap like instantly, and it's just 3 yards every time.
Yeah. I think Matt Stafford has such a. I'm trying to figure out the way to put it. he has a good understanding of the like throwing receivers open. And Devontae Adams and Puka are still what top three, top five in just getting open and like running routes. Especially Adams. He really helps you can't double either one of them. Like you have to play them both fair. The moment you double one, it's a wrap for what I'm saying. Like you have to bracket them both, and you just can't do that in this league because then you put Higbee, he can carve you up because Matt Stafford knows, like you said, the pre-snap thing. Like Aaron Rodgers is such a freestyler, kind of like a older prototype of what Mahomes is doing, and like that's not gonna get you wins when you're older and you can't run like you used to. When you just have to read the book and know exactly where to highlight it at, and having to receive because DK I think we put DK in like obviously he's not a good route runner like the other two guys, but he's a stud. Nonetheless, his athleticism is still in front of him, and that's kind of what you're either a really good technician or super athletic. The ones in the middle are the Jamar Chase and Jefferson. Like those are those two, but even then they have their downsides. But yeah,
Yes. Speaking of the game specifically, though, I think the Seahawks really went into this game wanting to shut down the pass, and I think that they have the personnel to do that. They really went after. I mean, all this praise about Matthew Stafford. He was 15 of 28 in this game. Like it
hmm
wasn't his best performance of the
yeah.
season, but Kyron Williams was 12 for 91, a touchdown, 7.5 a carry. Like when you shut down one aspect of the Rams, it's it's Sean McVay. He's gonna get the other aspect of the offense going. If you decide to shut down like the pass, he's gonna get Kyron Williams going, and that's exactly what they did. Even Puka Nacua carried the ball twice.
Uh,
Um,
I
like
think
Orem, eight carries for 10 yards, not very great, but like you could
what
see early on, Sean McVay was going to get the run game going, and it worked out for them.
4 interceptions helps tremendously.
Yeah.
The Sam Darnold turn over the ball and not putting the ball in the end zone, you have your work cut out for you. All those things are very true, but the difficulty level that McVay had to do it on was medium at best. It wasn't like the Seahawks were putting up points. It wasn't like JSN was killing it. They didn't get anything going. So it was basically the Rams versus the Rams, and they've had more struggles against San Fran when it comes to that rather than Seattle. So
I mean,
that
the fact that like he threw 4 interceptions and the Rams still only won by
Mhm.
2 points, I think that shows how good the Seahawks are. I mean,
Yeah,
like
for sure. They're the number two
they
team in the NFC in my eyes.
they were getting good looks, but at the end of the day, the Rams were able to keep him out of the end zone, and like Sam Darnold was keeping him out of the end zone. To be perfectly
Mhm.
honest, like 4 interceptions is crazy, and like it's exactly what it was going into this game. Is like what I saw media people talking about
Mhm.
is like this is the same Rams team from last year. Like this is the
Yeah.
same team that Sam Darnold struggled against last year. Like
Mhm.
what's going to be different now?
Yeah.
Like obviously he's been playing out of his mind, but Sean McVay is a high IQ level coach, and he's not a guy that he has under his thumb is not going to get out of under Sean McVay's thumb. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to come up with some new game plan that's going to confuse Sean McVay.
You're just going to
He
get a player he can't stop. That's it.
right.
You have to
It
get a
also
Like
player.
doesn't help that they're in the same division, so like he's
Yeah.
going against this guy consistently and is going to
yeah.
consistently
And he has to
on the road
watch
against
film on
him.
the other guys. So he has to watch film on the Cardinals. So that means he has to see the Seahawks versus the Cardinals 2 times. That's a
Yeah.
lot of film for McVay to watch on one quarterback. And he's a quarterback guy. I mean, he was able to the Jimmy Garoppolo era. Got it. He's have to deal with the Mac Jones era right now too in San Fran. The Kyler Murray, like Sam Darnold cannot do any of those things better than any of the quarterbacks McVay has been able to like see and have to prep against in that
I
division.
think most important was like Russell Wilson. I don't know. I can't remember how many years he had to deal with that, but
Enough,
he definitely had to
enough.
deal with Russell Wilson
hmm
as well. And it's
hmm
like,
And
um,
Russell and Russell's I don't know. Him and Kyler Murray are probably the same in regards to passing.
We got some viewer comments. Tom Mateo goes, "Woo! How about them Broncos 9-2, baby? Top of the
Yes,
AFC."
I want to talk about that game so bad.
yes,
You
100%.
muted yourself.
Also Chargers. Adam Parmentier says Chargers suck, go Bears. My new team. Hey, we got you over on this side, Adam. I got a jersey for you, man. You hooked it.
Rip,
Hey,
rip.
Adam's the plug for the really good jerseys as well. So we got jerseys over here for you, Adam, free of charge.
That's crazy. What games do we want to go to next?
Let's talk about the Chiefs and Broncos one. I was watching that one at the gym.
Yeah.
I started off and say that you lost to the Broncos without their best player, and he is a DB. Patrick
Patrick
Surtain is
Surtain,
the heart
yeah.
of the defense. I've been watching their podcast a lot more. They are really cool. Him and T.A. from the Lions, the other DB, they're both Bama boys. It's called Corner.
Terry Arnold.
Close. Yeah. Close, always close Sunday or something like that. But Surtain is a stud. Defensive player of the year, reigning. The last time we seen that was what? Stephon Gilmore, I believe. That was a DB. And
Yeah,
he's
Stephon.
upper echelon DB as well, too. So the fact that Mahomes and them lost without him is kind of more eye-opening than just losing. Because I would see that as if the Broncos lost to the Chiefs without like Kelsey or something. Like, oh, like, you know,
No, I think it shows how good this Broncos defense
yeah,
is.
that's what I'm
I mean,
saying. They're so like good across the board. Their defense, I was watching them. I was like, yo, they are on Pat Mahomes' tail. He can't do
mm,
that scramble magician stuff, and it was nice to see. Run game without Pacheco, mid. Kareem Hunt is not as consistent as he was at one point in time. When it comes to a defense like that, he can get away with that against the Raiders, Browns. Not the Ravens, Bills, yeah, because the Bills' run defense is pretty trash. Um, but the Broncos are just Sean Payton he's cooking, man. He was like, get rid of Russ, punk ass.
mm.
Give me somebody. And the moment that he tried to yell at Bo Nix, and Bo Nix like, oh, hold the fuck up. You're not gonna be yelling at me like I'm just some scrub.
Yeah.
You need me just like you know what I'm saying? Like they brought you here for me, bro. Don't talk to me like that. And I think Sean Payton was like, all right, like you're right, because they're going to fire me before they get rid of him. We all know how the league works. So
Yeah.
he had to make it do what it do. And yeah, I was talking about, Mahomes might be able to get an MVP, and I'm wrong, obviously. My MVP was wrong for the year, and that's cool. It's whatever.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple stats to look at in this game. I mean, like you look at Bo Nix first of all, 0 touchdowns. I mean, it's like
Yes. And
how
the
Do what
interception,
you have to do. Him and Caleb
yeah,
Williams are kind of playing the same right now.
if if you can go into a game against the Chiefs, get 0 touchdowns from your quarterback,
and
and
win.
still win the game, I mean, you're on a historic pace defensively, right? Like,
Yeah.
how many teams have defensively shut the Chiefs down, basically like this? Like,
Yeah.
put Patrick Mahomes in a box. It's very few. It's like the Eagles and like a couple other teams throughout the entire span of Mahomes' career. Like,
Yeah.
defenses do not figure him out. And this one, I feel like they haven't figured him out. And
Yeah.
if you can figure out the best quarterback in the league, you could take that to the playoffs. Like
Yeah.
you could take that to the bank basically.
Mhm.
And you're going to be able to shut down a lot of opposing quarterbacks.
What makes Bo Nix's no touchdown. So I guess I always put if a quarterback throws for 275, that should equivalent a touchdown with a running back, you know? And so he was able to get the ball down the field and not turn it over. Mahomes couldn't do that. Mahomes had an interception in the red zone.
Mm.
What? What are we talking about?
Yeah, I mean, look,
That's something. Oh, it's funny because Trevor Lawrence, that's his type of thing. And he got the dub this week,
Mm.
So if you're going to be that guy in the playoffs, you can't get away with that. And the number one rule on defense for any sport is not necessarily be aggressive, but make them do something stupid. Put them on their heels and make them do something stupid. If you're a DB, you have to make this receiver jump higher than he wants to, put his hands before he's supposed to. Stuff that's against what he's normally doing, because that's how you win over a play. You're not gonna win it. Every now and then you might win some crazy athletic, over jump somebody, but consistently, like in sports, like you have to make them do something stupid. And they made Mahomes scramble to the right, do some type of throw on the run, out of bounds type dumb shit that is not going to win you football games in the playoffs. Sometimes you can get away with it, but like that's that's you're not supposed to do that. That's just like, turning your body before your head as a receiver. You're supposed to turn your head first. And so it clearly turned into an interception. Luckily, there was like some block in the back shit that made that interception go back to the back of the end zone, but they still scored. And Bo Nix on third down with Cordell Sutton, clock
Portland
that,
Sun,
man.
yeah.
Cordell.
Cordell.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what I saw was a pretty well balanced game from the Broncos.
Mhm.
RJ Harvey having to take over the majority of the run game because of J.K. Dobbins going out for the year.
Another
He's
rookie.
on IR. So it's been cool to see kind of, if he can get to a pass today. It was kind of crazy whenever he threw it, and I was very much concerned that it was going to get picked off, but Bo Nix was able to throw it down. So they got a lot of trust in this young guy. Troy Franklin's young, Pat Bryant, young receiver from Illinois, 5 receptions, 82 yards, 6 targets. I saw, I was watching the first drive, and I'm like, there's a lot of high tempo, play action pass, young receivers
Young
coming up big.
receivers,
Yeah.
man.
And
Yes.
I think the talk of the offseason for the Broncos was the lack of weapons.
Receiver, yes.
Cortland Sutton's old. They need
Yeah.
another guy. Emmanuel
Yeah.
Sanders isn't there anymore.
Yeah.
They Evan Ingram is
Evan Ingram is
injury
like an
prone,
OG
but
on that team.
yeah,
Evan
he's
Ingram
like,
just got drafted less than 7 years ago,
yeah.
man.
So I mean, there's not a lot of guys there to step up, but the guys that are stepping up, like Troy Franklin and
Mhm.
Pat Bryant, are taking advantage of that opportunity. So
Yeah.
that's been helping them. Obviously, the Broncos defense is always going to play well, but this is a divisional game. Anything can happen, but this was pretty neck and neck the entire game. So
From the Broncos defense perspective, it's like it's the most keep it simple defensive plan I think we've maybe seen all year. It's
Mhm.
like, okay, your defensive coordinator comes in the room like, all right, this week we have to stop Patrick Mahomes, boys. And it's like, okay, that's difficult, right? Over the course of Mahomes' career, that's pretty much impossible.
Yeah.
But you look at this game plan and it's like, we straight up don't have to worry about stopping the run. Just abandon trying to stop the run. You don't have to worry
Mhm.
about it. Like, we got 4 guys up front, they're gonna stop the run. That makes your job so much simpler. And then it's like, what do we do in the back end? We make Travis Kelce beat us. Travis
Yeah.
Kelce, the most targets, 13 targets, 9 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown. Where are the Chiefs receivers? Oh, let me look down the list. Marquise Brown, 4 targets. Rashee Rice, 9 targets, 6 catches, 38 yards. Shut down. Like, Xavier
Xavier
Worthy,
Worthy, bro.
5 targets, 3
Yes.
catches, 25 yards,
Yes.
nothing. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely shut them down. And it's like, from the surface, you're like, that makes so much sense. Like, you don't have to worry about the run game. Just
Mhm.
shut Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy down. It's obviously easier
Without the number one corner in the league.
yeah.
They did this with guys that obviously DB room obviously has to be really good. Their front seven is like I preach all the time, like the best defense have the best front sevens. You go back to the Panthers when they won all those games, front seven crazy. The Broncos when they won the championship, Seattle, the Giants those 2 times. The front seven is the heart of it. That's the reason why Jacksonville was able to win with Blake Bortles. That front seven, insane.
Yeah.
So this front seven is crazy. Uh, Even they don't have a number one guy. They just have a good scheme. Everybody knows their role. You can rotate them around. That's what makes the defense scary. So,
Mm-hmm.
woo, boy, oh boy. Chiefs 5-5. Let me get another 5 with some fries because they're buns. Shit.
All right. Let's talk a little Bears Vikings. Josh, go ahead and as the winner of the game, go ahead and start us off.
yeah,
Bears
it
Vikings.
was you know
I'll be the mediator.
if it could be any more like
Shut the hell up, Josh.
if it could be any more like week 1, like I don't know if it really could have.
Yeah.
We were playing, Caleb was playing well the entire game. I felt like his elusiveness has been really showing out these past like couple weeks. I mean, the stuff he's been doing lately, it's it almost seems like
He's
magic.
getting more
Him
comfortable.
getting out of situations, like our sack numbers we were like top 4 last year, and
Yeah.
we're like bottom 5. So like meaning like our pass protection has gotten so much better, and he's gotten better about getting the ball out, hitting check downs, getting out of shit, which he's known for, like the elusive, like the second play of the first play, you know what I mean? So just nonstop making plays, and for 2 fucking weeks in a row, our receivers consistently drop balls on big plays, and it is detrimental to what we're trying to do. And it comes up in big situations, and it's like we already dig ourselves in this hole. Our I feel like offensively we play well, and then we get in situations where like we have a penalty, or we want to call this cute personnel formation with our backup quarterback in the game on 3rd and 2,
Mm-mm.
and instead of just putting an extra tight end in there down on the end line to go just block and kill that fucking 9 tech and get the first down, we're gonna put a guy that like who's got a motion in the backfield. Like, what are we doing? Like put a fullback back there. Let's go hammer this fucking ball. Like, we've been running well. And it's in dumb situations like, why did we do that? Like, not like throwing the ball, taking a shot on 3rd and 2. Like, we took a shot on 32. I'm like, run the ball. Like, what are we doing? And even the announcers are like, oh, well, you would think that they would have just ran the ball because they've been running the ball well. And like, no shit. Like, just go do what you're supposed to do, because that's what we've been doing consistently, and that's not what we're known for. Like I said, I feel like I'm robotic, and every single week we put ourselves in these situations. Like, us putting ourselves in situations doesn't change. Like, we still play well, but then find a way to just like let teams stay in the fucking game. And and then we're like, okay, well, do you want to go win the game, or do you want to choke this game like you have been? You've been playing well 3 quarters. As soon as that clock hits on the 15 mark for the fourth quarter to begin, it's like boom. Vikings get a long kickoff return. Uh, JJ McCarthy goes like 4 for 4, and Jordan Mason runs in untouched for a 15-yard touchdown instantly. And I'm like, the quarter literally just started, and it's every week. It's every week.
Can
It
I be
happens.
the devil's advocate for 15 seconds? What if Ben Johnson is purposely putting Caleb in these positions because maybe in the playoffs they're going to anticipate that they have to do something different? Maybe he's like, you know what? I have enough confidence in you that we're going to try to switch it up and let's see what you can do, because maybe I have the Vikings figured out from when I played with the Lions and different film to put out. Maybe that's it. I don't agree that that's it, but maybe
So
because you
I don't
won.
know. I don't know about purposely putting them in situations, but I do believe that these situations like that they're put in, every single rep that they take together as an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, you see the growth every single week, and you see the growth. We might not be there yet. Like, we're not there yet. Like, we're
Yeah,
we're
sure.
we're 7-3. We've won our last 7 of 8, and it's like every week we don't feel like we just won. Like, we won by the skin of our nails. Like, we are, but what it feels good that we are figuring it out, and like we are doing whatever we have to do to win these games. And in tough these are tough situations. I mean, and it's offense, defense, special teams, every single phase of the game. It is like there's one standard and one standard only, and regardless, they're counting on me right now. Cairo Santos went 3 of 4 today, and he missed one, and it's always the third one that he always misses. And then it's like, okay, well, do you want to make this one? Because you just missed this last one. Do you want to make this one? This is for the game. The game. We rushed the ball 3 times for negative yardage. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, on a pin and pull counter, it takes forever for people to pull, and you guys are stacking the box. Like, you are sending on both edges, edge rushers that are just running with the pullers and tackling our running back in the backfield. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, at least, or take an opportunity down the field. Like, I'd rather do that than lose yardage, and then Cairo's old ass can barely kick it 54 yards. We kicked a 54-yarder today. That was the season long.
Not Aubrey. He ain't
Indoors.
Aubrey.
Indoors. So I'm like, thank God we were indoors. If we were not indoors, I don't know. And so, like, the good thing is like we're winning games, and we're having to figure shit out in hard, difficult situations. But we have to start like blowing teams out. And
Mhm.
offensively we could do it, but it's like little things. And then our defensively, we're out our 1, 2, and 3 cornerback. I mean, it's obvious. Nashawn Wright played well today. Had a pick.
Interception, yeah. Yeah.
Kevin Byard's an all pro. Like he leads the league in interceptions. He should have 7. He's dropped like 4. He has like 4 or 5 right now. He lead and he's old, but he is ball like our and it's like we are good in situational gameplay when we need it. And it's like if you want to be a good team, that's good that you are winning you're winning games in these situations. But if you want to be a great team, you have to be consistent. And if you're up, blow them out. Foot on the gas pedal, fucking foot on their throat. Let's continue to go from the third quarter.
Mhm.
Because the third quarter you really figure out who really wants to win these games. And we're doing it all the way till the fourth quarter. And then Caleb has to go play Superman. You know, um, but it's nice to see that we can rely on all 3 phases. Not just Cairo making the field goal, but Devin Duvernay having a really good kickoff return, to put us in a really good situation, and then we ran the ball for negative yardage. Like it's just crazy. But on your guys' end, it's like I think JJ McCarthy's hand definitely affected him. I mean, he was overshooting a lot today. Um, you could tell that he wants to go in the right situation, like in the right spots. But I just don't think I don't know if he's there yet. He had a really good defense to go against today. Like TJ Edwards is out, huge, like maybe our best defensive player is TJ Edwards. He's out. And then our top, like Jalen Johnson, Stevenson got hurt, and then Kyler Gordon is out. Really good defense to go against. So we are out a lot. And then no, Sewell goes out, our number like 3 linebacker, and now we have this guy that I don't even know is probably getting his like first reps in the league at linebacker, and then they try to throw a crossbar right over the top of his head. I'm like, gosh dang it. And O'Connell's smart enough to do that. Like he notices stuff like that. So it's little things. But yeah, there is no telling how this game was gonna go. I mean, it's 3 games in a row for us where it's the last play of the game that we've won.
Yeah.
And 5 game winning drives that we've had to go face, and we did it. So usually,
So,
as far as growth, we need to consistently do this against good teams. You guys have a good defense, regardless if you guys have all your starters out or plug and play player. Your defensive coordinator is a weapon, and any team that goes against you guys has to figure out what floor is.
I imagine if your quarterback wasn't Caleb Williams in this game. I mean,
Yeah.
how
Oh
many
yeah.
sacks?
It's
Did he have?
Matthew Stafford probably can get it done because he's gonna get the ball out. But like a statue back there, a statue back there, I don't know. But like I said, I feel confident whenever we go out there on offense every single time, and that's what frustrates me is like it's the little shit that we mess up on.
DJ Moore is absolutely having a horrendous season from the
Yeah.
drop.
he has
Yeah.
ruined my fantasy for
Yeah.
sure.
He's and
Both
I
DJ
think
Moore is
we
an actual problem.
Both
I,
teams.
and I think I don't know if we're using him in the right ways. But I he is like big time like body catch guy right now this season, and
I mean,
because he's old, he's
yeah,
always injured. I mean,
he's
running
always
the
letting the
ball.
ball hit his chest.
Yeah,
He's always letting it hit his
yeah,
chest. His hands are never out. It's
yeah.
like that's basic, like that's day one, like
Yeah,
stuff that you taught me when I
Hey,
was running
yeah.
around. Just like don't let the ball
Antonio
hit your
Brown made a
chest.
living off of that. Antonio Brown did nothing but body catches.
Yeah, but he's into
But he also route running made up for it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because he could catch it with his body because he was 30 yards away from everybody. That was
yeah, like
no defender was in sight.
yeah.
um,
But yeah, I mean,
But,
so
yeah.
we're winning games. We're 7-3 right now. I'm
Top of the
cheering
division.
cheering for the Eagles to win right now. Really was hoping the Giants
Horrible thing to say.
to get the
To say.
right.
that's crazy.
Hoping the Giants were going to get the win against the Packers. That would have been huge for us. But if you would have told me that we're 7-3 and possibly, well, right now we're number 1 because this game's not over yet. But
Yeah.
like I would have never. Like
Yeah,
I don't know what to say, but I don't feel comfortable. Like there's no
Yeah.
like the comfortability is like I feel like in situations we could be successful, but I would just like to be consistently successful. in not big time situations in the whole game. Like, okay, let's just do this the whole game. It's fun. Like, aren't we having a great time? Having like putting drive after game winning drive back and back to back. Like, let's
Tyler, are
do
you
that
having a great
every
time?
time.
I'm having a horrible time.
All right,
I
Tyler,
mean,
Yeah.
go tell us how you really feel, Tyler.
Yeah. Are
from
you feeling
the
like Jay Jettas right now? He was having a nice tantrum the way he was putting the helmet down. I was
I
like,
mean,
oh.
he also has had his share of drops.
Mhm.
I don't know what the catches were for this game. Let me go check real quick. But yeah, I mean the hand injury came out last week. Obviously, I don't know if any of us saw it like in game whenever he actually injured his hand. I definitely didn't see it. I watched every snap and I never saw him injure his hand. But you could tell like he was questionable in practice or whatever, and then he comes out of the week with the wrap on his hand, and it's like, well, that explains a lot of what happened last week, definitely, and this week as far as like the absolute overthrows. Because when you have to squeeze the ball as hard as I think he does, whenever he's letting these 100-mile-an-hour fucking fastballs go out of his hand, it probably hurts that hand that he banged up last week. Um, from what I can tell, like I'm not on the field with him, but from what I can tell, that like that's where the big overthrows are coming from. And then that interception, in the end zone, that was just a fantastic play. Like the fact that he actually got up that high in the air to snag that. What player was that, Josh? I can't remember who it was.
That's Sean Wright. He used to play for you guys too.
He got up so high in the air to catch that ball. Like that should not have been a catchable interception, but he just got up and snagged it. Um, and then you see JJ in the 2-minute drill, and it's like, where has this quarterback been all game? He commands the offense like a masterpiece in the 2-minute drill. Like he's so quick, he's so decisive, but in any other format of the game, he just won't make a decision. Like he's so slow on his reads that it's like by the time he actually finds one he likes, the play's dead. Like everyone's covered, or
I
he's
I
got a
feel a
defender
lot
in
of
his lap.
Trubisky vibes with him. Like when I see him out there, I'm
As
like,
far as making
God,
reads, yeah.
just like and like has all the ability, gunslinger mentality, kind of like in Trubisky in situations like he would have those situations where it's like double doink situation. He drove 2 drives in big time situations to go score, and we did it, and then put him in good situation to kick the game winning field goal, and then that happens. But I see a lot of Trubisky, and it
I
scares me.
know it's exhausting for the offense, but like, can we not do a little more 2-minute drill? Can we not do a little more hurry up? Like actually during the regular part of the game and not in like the fourth quarter in these dire situations. And that's what's so frustrating too, is like he went down. He scored on the game-winning drive. He did his job on offense to win the game. And then the special teams lets up a huge return, and then the defense can't get the stop, like can't put the game away. And our turnover our defense's turnover issue is a huge problem. The fact that we can't get the ball, like, is a huge problem because so many teams are winning these games. Like you saw the Rams today. They had 4 picks. Like being able to turn over the ball is what makes you an elite team in this league. And we have 3 interceptions on the entire season. Like that's not good. That is not a good metric for this
Is that
team.
a real stat?
Yeah, we have 3 picks all season.
We lead the league in turnovers.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why you guys have won a lot of games. So it's a real problem. And it's like every time we get to the quarterback, it like I say like Caleb Williams did a lot and he did today in evading the quarterback and getting out of those pockets. But we dealt with the same thing last week when we played fucking Lamar Jackson. It's like we get there and we can't make the fucking sack, and then somehow magically there's just a guy downfield wide open every time, and it's so frustrating. And it's like we played such good defense today, but Jonathan Grenard not being there, like he's the captain of like the defensive line. Like he makes everything go as far as like when we're gonna blitz, when we're gonna pull out of the blitz. I think we blitzed when I heard the stat, we were at 70% blitz rate for this game, which is obscene.
lot.
Like
A lot.
way too much.
Yeah.
Like this is why there were so many wide open guys in the backfield. And I can't say enough about Caleb Loveland. He has been such an anchor for you guys.
Yeah,
Like
Colston is a beast.
every time I thought the game was gonna switch in our favor, Caleb Loveland just has his hands on the ball. I'm like, this is the most sure-handed, one of the most
God.
sure-handed guys in the league right now. Like I'm talking overall.
He's been snagging big time catches in big time situations. It's been
If the
insane.
ball is in his radius, he's
He's not
snagging
good.
it.
He's like 6'6", 6'7".
And to have a rookie as a security blanket, like
hate
I don't know how many times I've mentioned it this year, but
Ooh.
like if a rookie is a security blanket, I mean you saw it when the Giants were doing great things
Raiders.
with Scadaboo before he got hurt, and with Jackson Dart before he got hurt. Like the Giants were cooking with those two rookies. Both those rookies were security blankets of making the team go. Like they were the engine for the team.
It was getting
And to have that,
nicknames and shit.
yeah, have that youthful energy,
Scatty or
to
whatever the
have
fuck
that
was
like
called.
guaranteed catch ability. Like he makes up for DJ Moore because I can't say, like, I can't disparage DJ Moore enough in this game. Like as far as a teammate, how do I look at that guy and be like, you just dropped, like you have one job. And it's not like he's giving over targeted or like they're trying to force feed him or anything. Those are just his normal targets that he's just letting bounce off his chest. It's unacceptable. Like from a coach perspective, from a teammate perspective, like he led this team, but he's in a different, like you're on a different level now from the Panthers or from the Bears last year. Like this is a 7-2 leading the division team. You have to catch the damn ball. Like that is unexcusable.
I think right now it's Rome is our obvious one. Like
Yeah.
Rome has been playing out of his mind this year. And it's been so nice to see. And what's been great is that Caleb really targets everyone. Like there's like you don't know, like obviously Colston and Caleb are having a really good, connection right now, and so is Adunze and Caleb. But it's in like big time situations where he's giving these young, like Luther Burden, throwing the 3rd and 8 screen to him that like he really should have almost been picked. Like he almost had his hands on it, and then just making move after move. And what I really love seeing, stupid mistakes like a botched snap goes like 8 yards behind us. Rome Odunze picks it up for like a loss of 8, and then it's like 3rd and 16 or 2nd and 16, and then we throw a strike for 15 yards to Rome Odunze, and then we run it for a first down. It's like we just erased that. Like, how about we don't do that? Like, it's like slap on the hand, like, all right, guys, like, let's chill out, calm down, let's start driving. And like we're capable of doing it, but it's like you gotta, it's like we almost have to fuck around a little bit in the game, and it's stupid. It is
true.
I'm just glad that we're winning games. It feels good that we have every single week we're growing, but we have so much to work on. Like
I just have a couple more points on this game. Speaking of inexcusable drops, like Justin Jefferson, 5 of 9, 61 yards, like the amount of drops he's been going through this season, it's unlike him, but it's also inexcusable. Like he's got to figure that out as well. And then Jordan Addison also had drops, 2 of 7 for 20 yards. He had one wide open that just bounced off his chest as well. So like I need to hold these receivers to a higher standard, because like if you want to be the 1-2 duo in the league, which is like what I expect of them, then you need to catch these balls. And it's like obviously JJ McCarthy has been throwing it all over the field. Like he has been airmailing so many passes. But when it hits you, you have to make the opportunity of what you got. And you can't just drop the ball. So that's that. And then my final point is Ben Johnson, as far as like the play calling goes. Like you're correct in the fact that like he experiments on game day. This man does not experiment in practice.
Yeah.
He says, "Hey, I've never tried this before. Let's see what happens." And he just throws it out there. And that's I got to be frustrating like when it doesn't work out. But then like the defense just
when
never
it does work out, man.
the defense never expects it. They're like, "You're trying this now? You're experimenting this play now. You've never ran this shit before, and you're just gonna run it on 3rd and 1 and like see what happens. That is psychotic behavior. Like all I kept thinking, like every time one of those trick plays popped out, I was like, this is psychotic. Like this shouldn't work. Like it's like Sean McVay, but he does it in live action instead of like making the play before the game.
Sean Payton did that in the red zone today against the Chiefs. He had Bo Nix threw it to the running back, and the running back tried to throw it back to Bo Nix in the red zone.
Yeah.
I was watching.
That, yeah,
What
that's what I'm
the
talking about.
I was like, why would you do that? Was the
Yeah.
most the Chiefs do, and literally Bo Nix had to be a DB because the Chiefs, the dude that got the sack on the first drive, it was the first drive of the game too. You're like, what the fuck are you doing, Chief?
Hey, Caleb catches touchdowns.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying.
enough of that.
Kevin O'Connell does stuff.
Let's talk
things
about
before.
Jamar Chase and Jalen Ramsey, please. I've been waiting for this for the last however long y'all was going about this mid game because neither one of y'all going to NFC Championship. Let's talk about.
Neither is your team, Daniel.
That's
Let's
okay.
make that clear.
I'm self-aware enough. I'm able to let y'all know y'all going down with me. Pause. Like the sink is shipping.
Yeah, so Steelers Bengals.
Yeah. Obviously the Steelers were going to get the win, just because the Bengals are very, very, very bad. But I think the biggest part about it is just the Jalen Ramsey, Jamar Chase fight. Two upper echelon players allegedly getting spit on, and that's what caused Jalen Ramsey to do a little 1-2 smack up on Jamar Chase. Things like this carry weight, in my opinion, when there are two really good players. If it's Jalen Ramsey against fucking, I don't know, like the backup of the backup against the Jaguars or whatever, like I don't care. But these are two guys that they have respect for each other. So like it didn't just come out of nowhere because obviously Jalen Ramsey is kind of more of a scrappy one, but we haven't really seen Jamar Chase really be on nothing like that.
He's pissed. I mean, and why wouldn't you be? Like your quarterback's
So-
gone, your defense is ass. Like he should be pissed. Like
Yeah.
this team is we lost Josh for a second.
No.
Hopefully he's able to get back on. But yeah, like I have no qualms with Jamar Chase being pissed. He has
But
every right in the
spitting
world
on
to be
him,
pissed.
but spitting on Jalen Ramsey.
Spitting is egregious. I like I don't know about that.
And that's the thing that's the thing that's causing question for me because it's like, okay,
People who have been upset about like his sideline and is just throwing his helmet and shit like that and just like being
I don't care about
generally
that.
angry.
Throw
It's
your
like,
helmet.
of course he's angry. Like
I'll
look
be
what he's
throwing my
going
helmet too.
thhrugh.
Yeah, for real. Like you can throw your helmet, like that's fine.
Yeah, you
But
gotta control it at some point. Yeah,
if
spitting is
if Jalen is telling the truth and he got spit on, Jamar Chase is out of pocket. Like grow up.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
your
enough.
team is butt
He
cheeks.
spit on him. You saw
That's what he's saying. Yeah, and I don't know. I couldn't see. I was watching videos trying to see if I could see another angle. While you guys talking about the game, and I didn't see nothing. So
Yeah.
obviously, it wasn't as clear cut as it was with Jalen Carter on Dak. Like when you saw that, everybody saw that.
I'll send you the clip. It's like a loogie that he spits on him.
He spit a loogie on Jalen
Dude.
Ramsey. Oh, fuck Jamar Chase, man. That's crazy.
That is-
Anybody that spits on another man, you deserve to get your ass whooped. Like
Yeah.
I'm all for sportsmanship, handshake, hey, good game. Hope you have a good vacation. How the kids? Cool. You spit on me, it is up. Like we're talking straight clouds, my guy. Like I'm catching whatever fine, suspend, and my team, and I know I'm not going to the playoffs, and I know I'm the number one franchise guy. Like, I mean, Jalen Ramsey, like I'm smacking you. Well. Yeah, I'm Jalen Ramsey. I'm finna. I would have
I'm
ran
more-
back. It would have took Cameron Hayward and Mike Tomlin threatening me himself to make me even contemplate looking back. But I'm waiting for the video because you spent a loogie on me. Lord Jesus, it is. Oh
I
man.
think overall from this game, it's like this is the Bengals' final. Like this was their final chance. So like,
Nail in the coffin.
yeah, they're dead.
Joe Burrows need to just put him on ice for real.
Yep.
Literally.
That overall, Joe Burrow needs to not return to this team, until they figure some things out. New coach, new defense. Like if I'm Joe Burrow, like I'm not walking back into this situation this year. It's
No.
just it's too bad. I mean, obviously he has a contract. He has to play for the team. Like if he's healthy sure he'll be back out
Do
there, but
you? If
mentally,
let
how
me
attached
be
can you be to
toxic
this
for
team?
like 3 seconds. If I'm Joe Burrows, I'll threaten for a trade. I was like, y'all don't get shit together. I have enough cachet in the league that somebody will move hell and high water to offer you something that you may have to entertain.
Yeah.
Like if you guys fuck around and
Hey,
do,
I'm right there with you, Daniel, but
yeah. Obviously, it's not going to happen
he's
because
under contract.
yeah,
He's gonna
but you
have to
can at
play this
least
season.
I mean, come on now. You can obviously I know it's not the NBA. You can't say I
Yeah,
want to
the
trade. You
NBA,
can't
he would
James
be out of
Harden.
there.
Yeah, you can't James Harden your way out of this. But if I am the franchise guy and I see clearly, if I'm able to see, and it's not my job to be paid to see where the problem's at, and the problem's not being addressed, and you're expecting me to do whatever and sell you tickets and around the stadium where it's all my face and my
Not to
home.
mention the fact that he's gonna go back out there and get himself killed behind the offensive
Yeah,
line.
like
So,
one of those problems result around me being on the field, and you
yeah.
guys aren't doing that. Are you making money off of my name, or are we making money off of the game? Oh, let them spit, boy. Okay, okay, that sounds good. Yep, I liked it too.
But yeah, I'm more
Okay,
worried about Aaron Rodgers here. What happened to
with his
Wrist
hands.
injury.
wrist
We play
injury?
them next week too, which it's unfortunate that we cannot play him because I very much would like to be Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, convenient that he got out of that game against you guys because he
Scared? Is
definitely
he running away?
he might be scared. I mean, I won't say it, but some people might say it. All right, let's run through the rest of these games. Oh, we gotta talk about Bills Bucks real quick.
Bills Bucks, yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a masterpiece of a
Did
game.
we really see the Bucks need it? They ran victory formation and they were losing. They wanted to just end the game.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like, it was
Josh
such a
Allen
close.
going
It
three
was
for
such a
three is crazy.
yeah, three throwing, three rushing. He tied
Um,
himself as the only player to ever do that. So
yeah.
what?
That
I
wipes
mean,
away the two
when
interceptions
when
for
Josh
sure.
exactly, yeah. The two interceptions I don't even look at, especially for the fact that like it was so close. This game was so close the entire way, and then the
Mhm.
Bills defense and offense turned it on in the fourth quarter. Which personally, I have not seen a defense turn
Yeah,
it on in the fourth quarter in a long time. Usually, defenses are giving up 35 points in the
yeah,
fourth quarter in this NFL season. Like that's what I'm used to seeing. In this game, the Bills defense showed up when it mattered the most, which is
yeah,
crazy rare for this season.
yeah.
Like I
Winning the
can't,
second half 23-12 is that's how you win.
Yeah.
That's how you win a
and
game.
and the Bucks made the mistake of like they gave everything in the first half. Like they gave
Yeah.
absolutely everything in the first half just to
There
keep
was
it
no
close.
pacing at all. They were
When Josh
just
Allen puts on the superhero cape, you can pack it up. Like you can go home. Like Josh Allen at home puts on the cape. He is not going to lose that game.
he's a
He was
gamer,
done.
man.
For sure.
Yeah, it's whatever it takes. Like every run, I think minus there were two of the runs that he scored off of were more than 10 yards.
Mm-hmm.
What? For a quarterback, you're in the red zone, like they're maybe putting four line down. So you're getting past people. It's not like, everybody's in the back of the end zone not paying attention. Like, no, they're usually you gotta run a 4-3 in the red zone when you have somebody like that with James Cook and Josh Allen. You gotta have a 4-3. You can't have four linebackers. You have to like the front seven has to go bigger personnel.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was impressive. And he's doing this without a number one wide receiver. Um, it's just as impressive when Baker would lead the league in rush, not lead the league, but lead the team in rushing without a number one, without when Bucky being out. And he was out again, even though Tucker really played really good, the rookie, I
Mm-hmm.
believe. Um,
And this was also the first time in the season that I feel like a superpower in the AFC went and like beat down a superpower in the NFC. We really haven't seen that this season that much. So that was interesting to see. Like maybe the AFC does have
yeah,
a little more fight in them
the Bills
than
are
they
still
showed for
alive.
this season. Especially because the
Also,
Bills are superpowered. They don't even lead their own division. Like
yeah,
they
I
Yeah.
just are
know
way
they're
better.
they're playing catch up right now, and just like the Ravens are. And I guess that's a good game to talk about. We can hopefully squeeze a Shador combo in this.
Yeah.
But Lamar being able to not play good and throw 2 interceptions and still win. Um, I mean, obviously, this is the team that you can get away with that with. Is the Browns. Obviously, Bills, Chiefs, Broncos, even maybe the Chargers, even though they lost today, like you're not going to be able to do that. So
And I
and
feel
this,
like, yeah,
uh,
yeah, go ahead.
no, I was just going to say like the Ravens needed this win really bad. Like every game is a must win, unless the Steelers go on a super skid, which obviously they're not playing that bad. And we'll see how the Aaron Rodgers injury is. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, that's about it.
I mean, as far as Lamar Jackson goes, it's been very few and far between when he's missed this many games that he has this season. And I feel like he is as much like as a rhythm player as
Hmm.
any player in the league. And I saw it like last week when we played the Ravens, like that was not 100% Lamar Jackson. I've seen
Yeah,
100, like I mentioned it last week, like he relies so much on rhythm and momentum of any player in the NFL. Like if his team is around him is dominating, he is playing out of his mind. Like if his team wakes up and let's go score 40 this week, he's like, let's go score 60. Like
yeah.
if his team wakes up and is like Derrick Henry's gonna fumble the ball, like his receivers are gonna drop the ball, they're like
Hmm.
we're gonna put up 12 this week. He's like, yeah, let's put up 12. Like let's pack it in. Like he is so much reliant on like those around. Not that he's not like amazing himself, but like
Yeah.
he does rely so much on like what's going on around him, like just from a mental standpoint.
Yeah, I think whenever obviously Dylan Gabriel getting hurt was a big thing, but should as far as Shador comments, he I don't think he did terrible. You could definitely
No.
tell situations he was kind of hesitant, which affected the timing of his throws. Um,
I hate that he got put in like the end of the or
a
middle of the
shitty
game. Like
situation, yeah. It's unfortunate.
horrible.
After Kevin Stefanski beat him down mentally with the way he's been handling this season,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how good of a head you have on your shoulders. Like anybody with common sense can see that he is not being advocated for Shador. Uh, and even just a sense of like hyping up a rookie. Like if you're a coach, you're supposed to hype up the rookie. He's on your team, you know? Like he did the same thing with Dylan Gabriel. Like, what's the difference? So it's hustling backwards, in my opinion. And it goes to show that, he didn't go in there with the confidence because he's like, oh shit, I have to do really good. Or he's gonna try to pull Snoop Huntley out of nowhere and put him on the team again if I, slip up, which sucks because I think that Shador is better than Dylan Gabriel. And I think given a couple weeks, it will be easy to see. It is. I'm not saying light years better or anything like that because I think Dylan Gabriel was just a product of or the Oregon system and the fast speed and the terrible tackling. But that's another day for another convo. But yeah, I'm excited to see. Hopefully Shador can be able to
What
play next week and get some PT.
what was the reason that Shador got in? Was it injury or was it
Yep,
just a
Dylan Gabriel got hurt.
yeah? I mean, I figured that's what it was, but like
Yeah, because he has said all year that Dylan Gabriel's the guy. Dylan Gabriel's the guy. Like he has not made it seem like it's a competition like it was in the preseason. Like he's saying it doesn't matter. Dylan Gabriel's the guy, and it just does not make sense. Like it doesn't.
I think it's like more pride than anything. Once you say it once, like you kind of have to ride it to
Yeah,
the bitter end
you can fall
of
on that
the
sword if you want to.
situation.
You're gonna be out
But
of there. But
the worst possible scenario is that Shador gets in the middle of the game. Like that, it's just unwinnable. Like that, like they were winning, like, and then that happens, and it's like it's so tough. Like
Mhm.
once a team sees another team showing weakness, it's like, oh, we get this guy who's never played before. Let's just blitz him 80% of the time, and that'll work. Like it's tough. But let's run through the rest of these games real quick.
I'd real
Um,
quick. Last thing about that game, Kyle Hamilton gets the LOL play for doing the Shador silly after sacking him, and Mark Andrews had a 35-yard rushing touchdown. What the fuck?
The crazy dude too. They fake the QB sneak,
Yeah,
goes under center,
and peels that shit.
turns around, fakes the toss to Lamar. and then they do pin pull on the right side, and he just takes it for like 35 yards. Dude, it was
Crazy. Yeah, I was like,
His
Mark
his
Andrews,
first
like y'all
rushing
finna put some
touchdown of his
respect.
career.
Y'all gonna put some respect on my name. I refuse for y'all to downplay me like that anymore. Insane work. But yeah, next game for sure.
All right. So Panthers beat the Falcons in overtime, 30-27.
Interesting.
Bryce Young played out of his mind. Obviously, I don't think this game goes to overtime if Penix doesn't get hurt.
Mhm.
Is taken out of the game,
Yeah.
and Kirk Cousins is the absolute selling merchant of this game because the Falcons were really in control through most of it. And I mean the Panthers were giving them a good fight. Obviously, Bryce Young stat line looks really good after this one.
Mhm.
Um, and they do go win that game. And it's just like, yeah, Panthers swept the Falcons. Like that, as a as a head coach, like that's horrible on your resume.
Yeah.
That as far as the Falcons side of the ball, Panthers side of the ball, why can't you do this every week, man? Why only against the Falcons can you put up 30? It's like they
Division.
put up 30 the first time, they put up 30 this time, won both games. Obviously the first one was a shutout, but Ted McMillan is for real, man. That dude is so good at football. Um, he just has the right build. He always catches the ball. Like he's such a good security blanket for Bryce. And like as their rapport keeps growing, I think it'll be a very positive thing for the
Yeah.
Panthers.
Bryce will keep getting more confident too.
Because I think the worst thing you could do is like bring in a new quarterback and then try to like
Reset that.
reset the yeah, all the work they've done this season.
Hmm.
Because this is the first time Bryce ever felt confident in his career so far. Like this was his biggest game of his career, um, as far as stats and like winning a divisional game,
Yeah.
and now they have
It's the
Cousins
first
on
time he's
record
had a
with
true number one too.
448 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Insane. Um, so that's that game. Jaguars beat the snot out of the Chargers. Chargers gonna charge, I guess is the motto for this game.
Mhm.
Yeah. What's happening with Justin Hurts?
Justin Herbert, he's ass. I don't know.
Yeah. It was so bad they had to put old Trey Lance and make him dance in.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't
it's been
know
cool.
what.
It's been cool to see Travis Etienne start making his emergence again. After going through a couple of injury seasons.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But he's been running the ball well. Trevor Lawrence with 1 touchdown, 1 pick. I believe, and
Yeah. One on the ground too.
yeah. So it's been
This is one of those super frustrating games where one of the teams just doesn't show up, and you're just like, "What am I watching?"
they
Like,
also didn't have Brian Thomas Jr.
4 rushing touchdowns is crazy.
yeah, this
And
game
no
was
Travis Hunter.
interesting.
Think of
to
that.
say the
No,
least.
no Brian Thomas Jr. and no Travis Hunter, and they won that game 36.
And no Justin Herbert.
35-6. It's embarrassing for the Chargers more than it's like good for the Jaguars.
Embarrassing.
It's just embarrassing. Like you got the Broncos doing what they're doing to the Chiefs, and then you can't go down and beat the Jaguars. Well, like, you're a laughing stock in your own division
Yeah.
at this point.
Watch the
And
Raiders get a win. It'll make the Chargers look worse.
oh yeah, watch the Raiders get a win. But any other games? Oh yeah, Packers beat the Giants. Jordan Love and um Josh Jacobs got hurt in this game. Not good for the Packers.
Mhm.
Good thing I traded Josh Jacobs.
Yeah,
Jameis
absolutely
Winston did his
brutal.
thing. Yeah, I mean, he kept it competitive, if we're being honest. Like,
0 touchdowns,
obviously,
one pick.
he had one
He
pick, but
moved the ball, but like once again, it's like your first game of the season's in week 11. How much can you actually be prepared like,
mhm.
for a game like this?
And
Like
it's the Packers have a pretty decent defense.
exactly, and you're going up against Micah Parsons. It's like,
Yeah.
come on, man. Like how much of playing in the NFL is game reps versus like being on the practice field? Because I feel like no matter how much you're on the practice field, there's nothing compared to like playing 4 games in a row and being on the
Mhm.
momentum of like getting used to receivers and all things like that. Not to mention the Giants are like the number one running back is 19 carries for 88 yards. Number one receiver is Isaiah Hodgins, 5 catches on 6 targets. Like they're just what I'm saying is I think Jameis Winston outplays Russell Wilson in this situation. I don't think Russell Wilson plays any better than this.
No, definitely not.
Just in the scenario that they had set up. But like Packers lose so much by like they won the game, but holy cow, like losing Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs is
What did it cost?
yeah, what did it cost? Texans beat the Titans 16-13. Niners stomped the Cardinals 41-22. And that is every game so far.
I need Dallas to lose, higher draft pick. Let's get it cracking. I ain't worried about we revamping. Unless Philly loses, then
As far as we wanted to talk a little bit about teams that we think in the NFC and AFC that are like surprise teams or that are pretty dangerous that we feel like.
mm,
Um, man, in the AFC, I think it's still kind of crazy to even think about the Colts being in the situation that they're in. I don't think people really take Daniel Jones that serious. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor being MVP candidate, we know what he brings to the table.
And they play the Chiefs next week. They play the Chiefs next week. So that's
Yeah,
there's your season right there.
yeah. So,
if the Chiefs lose this game too, it is over for the year.
dude, they're not even in the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the Chiefs lose to the Colts, was the Colts right next week?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I will say, out of the AFC, I am more scared of Bo Nix than Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Even though Jonathan Taylor is the stud that he is, I think the Broncos defense can slow that down, which I believe
I'm more
they
scared
will.
of the Broncos defense than I am of Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
I'd rather
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah. And I think the Broncos receiving core is more aggressive than the Colts receiving core. Like they're more clicking on a higher cylinder, which will obviously make Bo Nix play better. Even though the Colts defense is really good, but I think the Broncos defense is better. When it comes to the NFC, like I said, it was whoever was going to win between the Rams and Seattle. That was going to be first, loser going to be second, and then I was automatically going to put the Bucks at the third, the third team in the NFC. And then whoever wins between the Lions and the Eagles was going to be my fourth one. But the Rams and the Rams on the Broncos, that's crazy to say out loud to me. Like that's insane, man. That's such a weird Super Bowl if it gets to that.
But I
Like
mean,
no, it'd be actually pretty lit.
would we rather be like we predicted, or would we rather have it be interesting? I'm having fun. So
Yeah, no, that'd be lit. Rams versus the Broncos. So that would be crazy.
All right. Go ahead and end it off there. See you guys next week.
Hollow.
yeah.